this example, we're looking at finding derivatives using the product rule. So we're given a function y equals e to the x times x to the power of a third plus x squared, and we're asked to find y prime. So really, since we have a sum of two different terms, we can take these derivatives separately. This x squared should not be difficult. This is just finding the derivative of a regular polynomial. In this case, it's just a monomial. This one, however, is a product of two separate functions. And when this is the case, the derivative of two separate functions of x multiplied together, so dy dx of, let's say, f of x times g of x, this is how you do it. You take the derivative of the first one, and then you multiply it just by the second one without any derivatives. And then you add the derivative of the second one multiplied by the first one unchanged. So if we follow this rule here, we will be able to take the derivative. So let's find what y prime is. Y prime equals. So for this first term, I need to take the derivative of e to the x, because that's going to be my f of x here. So first, I need to find what f prime of x is. So first, I have to realize I'm going to let f of x, for this formula, will equal e to the x. That's the first term in my product rule here, actually right here. So f prime of x will be the derivative of e to the x, which is just itself. For g of x, that will be the second term. That will be x to the power of 1/3. Now g prime of x equals 1/3 x to the 1/3 minus 1, which is negative 2/3. Okay, so now all we really have to do is follow this formula here and put the pieces together. So I need f prime of x, that is e to the x, now times g of x, that's x to the 1/3, now plus g prime of x, which is 1/3 x to the negative 2/3, all multiplied by f of x, which is e to the x. And I'm going to write this out in a little more simplified version. I can factor out the e to the x from both terms, and I will get e to the x times x to the 1/3 plus 1/3x to the 2/3. Since this x here is to the negative 2/3, I can move that to the denominator and make the exponent positive. And really, there's a whole bunch of ways you can factor that out, but no way is really much cleaner than any other. But of course, we're not done, because we've only taken the derivative of the first term so far. So really, our second term, which you cannot forget about, and I almost forgot about, will give you the derivative of x squared will just be 2x. And that is the solution. Now let's see if you can do one on your own. This problem is asking you to find the derivative of e to the 3x times x to the 4.